Hello, welcome back to Altcoin Buzz Trading. That Ethereum trade yesterday getting stopped out, but getting a little bit of second life today. Forgot to add it to my list, so we'll go over that in a little bit. But BTC, a little stable. Looked like we were maybe gonna try to roll over a little bit. Nothing doing. We got a little bit of stability, and we'll see if that's going to lead to some type of rebound. But I honestly think at this time we're probably just going to chop. But the ability to stay off this trend line is good. If we were to come back down and revisit this trend line, that would be problematic. So we're, I think, hoping for chop in this situation. You want to go sideways a little bit and then give those bears a chance to sell a little bit and the bulls a little bit of confidence that we're not going to drop, and then maybe we can go back up. So we're not dead yet. I don't want to count like we are dead. Technically, we're still in an uptrend with 2 distribution days. You need 4 distribution days to go into a correction. So all in all, we're not in a horrible spot, but at the same time, we're also not in a spot where you're expecting a large rally incoming. That's not the situation we're in. If you're looking to buy lower and don't mind a little bit of risk in the bigger picture, this may not be a horrible place to buy a little bit if you're looking at bigger term buys if you want to hold for longer periods of time, because your stop is relatively low right now. If you want to go under the trend line, even just right now, you're at like 5%. So for about a 5% risk, maybe 100% reward if we get a nice rally going in crypto and Bitcoin. Could be an interesting spot though. Could be an interesting spot. All right, next up is Solana. And Solana still not looking really good. Able to live a little bit lower here, but the good thing is that we haven't revisited the trend line yet. We need to stay off this trend line, and if we can do that, I think we have a shot at moving back up, which would be very good. Obviously, high or low here. We did have one close under the trend line, but really nothing too bad, and we bounced right back. So hopefully we can stay above here, clear this level, the 138.18 level. There's that little double top here on the daily, which is also a pivot point from this low. I think if we can get above that, that would be the key level, and that could be a good buy, as a matter of fact, if we're able to shoot above that, ideally in some kind of higher volume. Your stop then would be 13%, which is really, really wide for a stop, too wide for my book. That would require a smaller position size. But if we can do that and then we go on a big rally, you've got a good spot down here for Solana. But it still has a lot of work to do, at least for me, for what I like to do. So yeah, a lot of work to do for Solana. But so far it's not dead. All right, hot coins of the day, and then at the end we'll talk about Ethereum. ICP. This thing had a really interesting move late yesterday. Excellent volume right here. You see that heavy volume stepping in. We did see some distribution already, but we're holding up nice and tight and getting through my alert of 8742. Ideally, we can burst upwards through here. I don't have another alert level as it's basically right on this one. But this is the volume I wish would have stepped in over here on a breakout, but instead it's over here getting it back up to that level. So now we need it to go through that level. That's going to be the key here. If it can't do that, then obviously we're in trouble. But I mean, the action here so far relatively good, especially considering market conditions. So I think ICP is one you can watch here. It has had a big pullback. If you zoom back out, had one of the worst debuts in anything, and then a good rally from $3 up to $19, back down to $8. Now hopefully maybe we can get back up towards those other levels, which would be over a double from here. So maybe, or we'll just chop, like I said earlier with crypto and Bitcoin. And then AAVE, your other top 50 token that is a leader. This one actually broke an alert that I had on it for my power hour, 143.72. Pretty good volume, stalling a little bit today, but we'll see how we're going to close. But I think this one is also worth keeping a bit of an eye on. AAVE, Matic, or Polygon, all of these ones haven't really moved very much overall. They've had a couple of good moves here and there, but they've been really hard to time. And this one's really difficult. Look at the chances we've given it, and it's just chopped through all of them. So I can't say this is going to produce any amazing results. These coins, they're heavily utilized like that, tend not to perform. They don't have big rallies, just due to their nature. Someone's always buying and selling in larger quantities, and so you get this chop that's hard to do anything with. Let's take a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum here. So yesterday we had the trend line, the breakdown. This was a different trend line yesterday. It was right about there. And we were starting to break down a little bit, but when we bounced up, I moved the trend line back down to this wick, and subsequently we've moved through that, found a little bit of resistance at the trend line, but no major selling volume stepped in here. We actually got supported, but again, no major support volume stepped in. So a little bit tricky here, but this inverted cup and handle is still in play. We'll see if it breaks down or not. I think this, for me, this and Solana are going to be the two big tests of the market. Obviously Bitcoin, but I think these are going to be the big test. Are we going to hold this line in the sand, or are we going to go through it and drop? We're on a precipice right now, and it's really just probably best to wait and see what happens with these, because we're not able to follow through to the downside as of yet. We also haven't recovered. So based on where we are in that, we're going to find direction. So, and we'll see how it goes, but we won't find out today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me today on the best 5 minutes of your day on Altcoin Buzz Trading, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.